All right, so we got a lot of functionality here. We're able to change the roles of users, delete. We're even able to add users. Now, what we want to do is being able to edit the user. So for that, we're going to go to the edit user.php page that we made. But the difference with this edit page is that it looks the same as the post page, like this. I'll show you right now. If we go to the view all post and we click edit, it's going to look like this. We don't want that. We want that edit user page to look like the add user, because we're going to have the same fields here that we need to edit, right? So we need to do a save as. We need to copy this one into the edit user and do a save as. Let me just show you real quick how the edit user looks. Edit user. You see that? We don't want that. All right, so let's go and open a new tab here real quick. All right, I just want to have two tabs there. We got to get this URL in there. So, all right, so let's go to the add user, and let's Command A or Control A, select everything, and Command C or Control C, and let's go to the edit user, Command A and Command V or Control V if you're on a Windows. And now that we change it, let's save it. Let's come back here, and actually not here, refresh, and now we got a different table here, right? A different form. Perfect. So we need to start actually adding the query, so that way we can pull some data from the database, have it right here, right? Even the roles, and then we are able to update it. Let's change a couple things on this form right here. All right, so let's edit user, and we don't have to change much. Actually, we are sending the same information. Let's just change this here, and we're gonna say just edit user. All right, and what else do we need to do here in the edit user one? Well, for starters, we need to receive that data somewhere. So if edit user, right, if we receive that data from somewhere, from here, then we are going to be actually one of the first thing that we need, because right now we're not going to be using the form unless we update. So up here we need to receive from the URL if set the get request, right? This get request is going to be edit user. Well, let's see if we can name it. I think that's fine. Edit user, that's a good name for it. And we're just gonna say user ID right now. All right, or we can say the user ID, just to know that this data is different from the one from the database. And let's just copy this one here, put it right here, and what we need to do is echo this out to see if we're getting something right. Well, we also need to update a link here. If we go to view all users, we don't have the edit link right here that we need, so to send that get request to that page. So let's go to that view all users there and get that link. View all users, and the link should be right here. All right, so let's do the link right here before delete. All right, and let's name it delete edit, and this one is gonna go to, I'm trying to see where we are sending this stuff. We are sending it to the same users.php. Well, we're gonna be using a parameter, two parameters. All right, so the first parameter that we're going to be using is source. Remember that? Source and edit user. That's the first parameter, and then ampersand to divide that parameter. Edit user is going to be the next one, and that is the key that we will be receiving in that edit user.php page. All right, so once we have that, then we got the user ID right here, and we're good. Let's check it out. So refresh, edit, and voila. And then we are echoing that ID right there. Now, if you don't know what I did, I'm just going to recap a little bit real quick. All right. So we are in the view all users, and all I'm doing right here is sending that source parameter, the first source parameter that we got. And remember, we got a source parameter because we got a switch statement on users. We did that with the post, remember. So let's go to users, and you see we got that first parameter that says edit user. But that first parameter has a source. Okay, so it's checking if the source is equal to add user, send it to add user. If it's equal to edit user, send it to edit user. And right now the source is equal to edit user, so it sends the person to this page right here. And we are catching this with the get request, of course. All right, in the edit user page, and echoing just to make sure that we are receiving that information, that get request. All right, so anyway, thank you so much for watching this lecture. On the next one, we're going to be continuing to add more code and get this data display here. That way we can see what we are going to be editing from the database, from the table. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next lecture.